Hey, aloha everybody. Aloha from Maui, here at the Sheraton Maui this morning as sunrise takes place. I know that for many of you it's 6, 5, 4, and 3 hours ahead of us, but it is promising to probably be another beautiful day here in paradise. But over my right hand side you can see the beach here. It goes up the coastline in Maui, up here at the Sheraton. And over here, I'll flip this around here, we got the Black Rock Beach, which is great. Anyway, we are pretty blessed. It's quite early here. We're just starting to get kind of acclimated with the time change now. We've been here for 5 days, so looking forward to actually we're up early this morning to go up to watch the sunrise at the volcano summit this morning, and they were all sold out of reservations, so we were up this early. So I thought, what a great time to do an episode. I know I've been off for about a week here from doing the show. A little vacation. It's been good. We spent a couple days over in Oahu. One of our favorite places too. It's become one of our favorite places at the Disney Alani Resort. But Saturday we flew over here to Maui and staying a couple days before we head home. I think Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. But anyway, been gone for about a week from doing a show, and just excited to be back, kind of get rock and rolling. Some time to kind of unwind, recharge the batteries, and what better place than paradise to do that at. I have to give a big shout out to my partner in crime, Stephanie Goodman, celebrating her birthday today. She's crawled back into bed after our attempt at watching the sunrise from the volcano summit this morning. But I up and wired and ready to rock and roll. But I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of sometimes it's the need to take a break, the need to recharge your batteries. I know that we had a lot of our WC and crew and our Note family, extended Note Ohana, in Las Vegas this weekend at the Paper Source Symposium that Bill and Carl puts on. So I'm glad everybody had a good time there. I see a lot of networking taking place, people posting online, which is great. Love seeing that. But I know it's very easy to burn both ends of the candle sometimes, and I'm one of the better ones at doing that. Go until you burn out, or you come to fall flat face into your bed or your table from working too much. But it's been nice to be here. I haven't looked at email once over the last 6 days, so if you sent me an email, sorry I haven't answered it. I'll get to it when I get home on Thursday. Just not really looking a lot at social media, posting mostly photos from the things that we're doing, but really just taking the time to enjoy the scenery and just kind of not think about work. I think Steph and I've had a total of maybe an hour conversation this week about work, mostly what we had to get done on the first day on vacation, because we had a few loose ends. But it's important just to kind of recharge. And yeah, Val, you're right, the waves crashing behind me here on the beach, it's a total relaxing place. Totally should relax anybody here. That's the beautiful thing. We've got just a really great view. We've got a gorgeous view of the whole resort, beachfront view, and it's just relaxing. And there's something about Mai Tais and Maui that will make you kind of smile and take a deep breath and just kind of unwind, let that stress kind of evaporate from our spines and things like that. It's a beautiful thing, and I know that especially a lot of us out there that are doing so many different things, either doing notes full-time or full-time real estate investor, we run and gun, and especially those of you that are out there working a full-time job and working to invest in your spare time, that's also a run, and sometimes it's hard to see that long end game, the vision of where you want to be in, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, heck, alone a year from now, if you keep running and gunning, and it's hard to see the forest because you're smacking yourself with a tree. So highly recommend, if anything, and I can't tell you honestly how many times we came close to canceling this trip just because of everything going on. I mean, the 3 weeks prior to coming out here were 3 of our busiest weeks that we'd ever had, with Note Camp 5.0, and then our Note Mastermind and Kick Coral, and everything that goes with all the loose ends that come from running to events like that, making sure everybody's got everything they need, and making sure all the loose ends are tied up from the 30 plus speakers that we had at Note Camp, and making sure all the lists are sent out, make sure that we're covering well. And then, you know, with us running a little bit of a short staff recently, big kudos to Jennifer in our office for doing a lot of stuff. You know, what's funny is it's great to unwind, and we have some great things that we're going to get focused on over the next 6 months, but it was really important to get away. As Steph said, or as I told Steph, like, if you want to cancel your part, go ahead. My ass is still going to be on that plane to Hawaii, with or without you, to unwind. And this is one of our favorite spots. We've been here before, and it is absolutely just a beautiful spot to hang out with. And Maui itself is what you think of Hawaii. Last night we went on to the old Lahaina luau. Just absolutely fun. And I think a lot of times we take for granted how in tune we are with what we're trying to do in this industry, and making sure that students that and our Note Ohana are doing well and have everything that they need to achieve the success that they're looking for. And it's nice to just kind of sit and unwind and take a minute for ourselves to relax. I know I got people like, oh, okay, can you give me a phone call? I'm getting text messages, hate to bother you on your vacation, but, well, your butt, if it's important, I can answer it in 5 minutes, great. If not, it's gonna wait while I sit on my butt. But that's what I'm trying to get at. As I ramble here with the waves and the ocean and behind me here. It's kind of a gray overcast day. It was drizzling here a minute ago, but starting to lighten up some. But if you're struggling, or your family is struggling to see the big picture, take the time, book something, 3 months, 6 months, a year out. Go ahead and book it. Put it on this schedule. Go ahead and plan it, and give yourself something to work for. Because I know that we work very hard for our goals. We work very hard to achieve big things in our lives. But a lot of times, if you don't book it, you'll plan over it. I am very guilty of this. One of the first things that we do every year is take a look at the schedule, and then we start, you know, we map around this time of year to take some time to celebrate Steph's birthday. We take some time at the end of May to celebrate mine. We take some time end of October, which is Steph's favorite holiday season, to do that. And of course, 2 weeks after, around Christmas. Those are the times, basically, that we don't really schedule that much into. And then we fill in from there. But that's the biggest thing. Your calendar is the thing that you control more than anything else. And sometimes you end up being a slave to that calendar once you get successful in going to conferences or going to rig club meetings or things like that. It's important for you to take time to book it for yourself and your family and your spouse and your loved ones. Sometimes it's important just to get away. Maybe you don't need a shut-up check. Maybe you need to provide a shut-up vacation. Look, honey, look what the Note business provided for us. What's kind of funny is we're here this weekend in the hotel, and Quick Trip, which is a chain of convenience stores, is here. They're having their annual convention, annual get-together, and all these convenience store owners from all across the country are here. They all checked in yesterday afternoon. They're here for a couple days. There's a big QT sign up on the thing here, and you know, these people are coming and enjoying themselves, which is great. But you can tell a lot of them it's their first big vacation, and they've done a good job managing things, and that's great. That company is painting a bigger picture and saying thank you. One of the things that we love to do about doing the masterminds, and we've done them in exotic locations like Hawaii. We did it in Waikiki Beach, the Hawaii, Honolulu Hilton a couple years ago. We did it in Napa a couple years back. We've done it in Cape Coral. Is allow people the opportunity to get someplace away, kind of unwind, get away from the 40-hour work day, work week, I should say, instead of work day. Some of you would work 40 hours in a day if you had the opportunity. But just to kind of unplug, unwind, de-stressify, and just chill the F out. Have you a Mai Tai, have you some good Kona coffee, good sushi, good food, get your feet in the water, sand between your toes, and just unwind a little bit. Sometimes it's the most important thing you can do. And yes, I would have been drinking a Mai Tai if the bars aren't open yet this morning, because it is 5 o'clock somewhere. But It's only 6 o'clock here in Maui for the most part. So, and sometimes it doesn't have to be exact location. Sometimes you just need to book a night downtown. Take the lady out. Take the husband out. Just get away from it all. Get away. Turn the phones off. Unplug your email. Steph's like, oh, I need you to log into your email. I'm like, nope. What do you mean? No. It's like I can't access my email from my phone. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, purposely like it like that. Because if I could access my email, I know that I'd be doing on my phone, on my email nonstop. And that is one thing that I will refuse to do. If it's important enough, I'll check my email. If it's important enough, somebody will send me a text message. That's the way I look at it. Or they'll contact me on social media. If they don't know that, then they're not important enough for me to take time out of my schedule, away from where I'm away from at dinner or luau or cocktails with my friends and family. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll look at my email sometime on Wednesday before I fly home, or Thursday morning as I roll in the office at 8 o'clock. But that's what I can tell you guys more than anything else. Is book something, schedule something if you can. It's important. Just getting away. Having a room service, having a nice meal sometimes is just great. Having somebody just cater to you. I know that a lot of ladies like to go to the spa, which is great. Getting your manicures done or your pedicures, your hair done. I get that. That's what makes you feel special. Guys, sometimes we're a little bit different. Kind of take things on our shoulders and hold things in because we're supposed to be the bread earners, right? Sometimes you just got to unwind. So you can sit in a hot tub with somebody bringing you, a cocktail waitress bringing you drinks every 30 minutes. Maybe you need to go lay in the pool or float in the water. Best thing I can tell you is to take time away to do it and do it on a regular basis. You can book something every quarter, book something at least every 6 months, because you will run yourself down. You will be the worse for wear if you keep running and running and running. How do I know? Because I am the world's greatest one at doing that. When there would be weeks where I travel 13 weeks straight for the note business, whether it was speaking or going to a convention, and sometimes I'd spend a month in Vegas. That's not the place you want to spend a month at. That's the place where you will need a vacation from your vacation if you go to Vegas for a month. Why a month? Because I would be there for 3 weeks out of 4 weeks for 3 different conventions. It just made more sense for me to book a resort or book a suite at Caesar's Palace and hang out for the extra week. By the time that month rolled around, I thought my liver was my liver was beating me up to get out of the town. But I feel very relaxed. We've got some big things coming up. Yes, we've got about 3 weeks in town before we head out another trip for a couple weeks. But we're running and gunning these 3 weeks we get home. This next couple days, we've got some really cool things that we're working on with AI and our marketing and the note business that we're rolling out here before the end of the year. We plan to hit episode 300 with the podcast before the year is out. It's crazy to believe that. I think as of right now, we're the longest running podcast based on the other note podcasts not posting episodes for months. We never want to go too long. A couple days here and there. I know we've been a little hit and miss over the last few weeks with Note Camp and the Mastermind, but I just want you to know here at the No Close Show podcast, we're committed to providing excellent guests, excellent information to really help you stay in tune, knock some things out. Big kudos to some people out there closing deals. Laura Blanc, Eric Hyde, Mark Hamrock, Dan Dippin are doing some great jobs out there closing some deals. I love seeing some of the marketing online with you guys, videos and using Animoto and some of the other things, slideshows and stuff like that from different events. It's great to see all that stuff taking place. But I know it's almost noon in a lot of places, noon on the East Coast, I think 11 a.m. Central Time. It's barely 6 o'clock here, just after 6 o'clock here. But once again, guys, if you are busting your butt like I know many of you are, take the time, book something, put it on the calendar, schedule it. Gail is kicking butt and taking names too. Our Ace Astronaut, or Note Astronaut, I'm trying to figure Nostronaut. Congratulations to you, Gail. Gail says she's JV'd on 3 notes since the mastermind, which is awesome. That's phenomenal. Let me slide this over here a little bit so I can read the comments a little bit easier. Let's get my setup here. That's great to hear. But congratulations to you, Gail. I know a lot of people are doing some big things. I know Cody Cox has submitted 60 bids the week after the mastermind. I think he's ended up settling on 7 or 8. Phil and Melanie Jacobs are getting ready to close on a couple deals. Dan Deppin's getting ready to close on 4 or 5 more, which is great. Eric Hyde's closed on a couple. So congratulations to all of you guys that are going out and making things happen. So proud. All I did, Gail, I appreciate that, but no. You did most of the work. You just took the knowledge and what we provided and what everybody else at the WCN crew, our Note Closer show, our podcast, our Note family, provided with the education. You go out and do it. And that's the beautiful thing about the Note business. You don't have to be, what's the word I'm looking for here, tied to one thing. You don't have to be, I don't have to control everything. I'm glad to have people go out and close deals to make things happen. So somebody asked me what was in store the next 6 months for everything. Well, we have obviously we have our next workshop in June. I think it's the 21 through the 23rd or 22nd through the 24th, something around that, like the 3rd week in June. We've got our fast track May 12th through the 14th, I believe. We have a new thing called our Note Boardroom taking place in June or July in Las Vegas. Our next mastermind, for those that are curious, we're budding up with the Quest Expo taking place the 24th and 25th, the 25th and 26th in Dallas, Texas. It'll be the first time we have our Note Mastermind take place in Dallas, Texas. Really got a sweet price on the room block because they're budding up with Quest IRA, the West End. So if you want to come in, we're only going to do a 2-day mastermind. Why 2 days? Because the other 2 days or day and a half is going to be where you can network with a bunch of other investors at Quest IRA at their Quest Expo. So they're supposed to bring in somewhere they're hoping to 1,000 people for their big event. Yes, I'll be speaking at it. Yes, we'll have a booth. I think we'll have probably a VIP table, for our mastermind members, and really have some fun stuff for our mastermind. So I know that a lot of people are out there doing different things, which is great. If you're just working hard, have some fun. Take some time, do it. Funny story here. We literally sat down at this spot that I'm at right now here to have our Mai Tai when we arrived here for a late lunch. And sure enough, 2 cats show up. And who enough do they show up to? Stephanie. Yeah. So I think Stephanie's planning on a Hawaiian cat rescue. Okay. Cody Cox says, looks like we could fund on 20 of the 55 bids we submitted. Still going through final due diligence. Awesome, Cody Cox. 20 deals, dude. That's almost going to duplicate, what is it, a 67% increase on the deals that you've closed the last year? That's exponential growth, my friend. Out of those 20 deals, what's the funding amount on that, Cody Cox, if you don't mind me sharing? I'm so proud of you, bud. That's awesome, dude. Freaking phenomenal, man. That's way to come back and see a vision. And Cody, I gave you a big shout out to, had a great email that went out, I guess last night, about vision, about having a vision, a long-term vision. And I think it's one of the things that it's so good when you take a time off. Take some time off to rewind, you see a bigger vision. I think Cody got a bigger vision in Cape Coral from us talking about doing things bigger. He says of those 20 assets, about $250,000 in funding. That's phenomenal. You add probably another, 25 to 40 grand probably in some workout costs. You got a $300,000 portfolio there. I guarantee it's probably worth what, 600, 700,000 based on the numbers that I know that you're looking at. That's a pretty good, nice split between you and your funding partners, and it's a great way to say bye-bye, J.O.B. And I think he also set a final date of leaving his job, which would be great for Cody Cox. So glad to hear that, glad to see that, Cody. Keep kicking butt, taking names. $250, you should be able to fund that relatively easy for you. I think you've probably already got the funding lined up. You just got to work through the final due diligence and stuff. That's great. So you can see it's getting a little lighter out here in Maui. It's kind of overcast. May get a little bit of rain today. May get a little rain today, which is okay if we get a little bit of rain today. It means less people at the pool. Less people at the pool bar drinking Mai Tais, okay? That's right, Gail. Thank you. That's right. January 1st, 2019 was Cody Cox's retirement date, or drop date for his job, okay? That's phenomenal. That's one way to get there quick. Close on 20 deals, $250,000. Even if you end up with 15 of them, that's still a 50% increase of what you've closed so far, because I think you're at 30 already for the year, or for the last year and a half, so it's great. It's nice just to kind of watch the waves, listen to the waves, and relax a little bit out here. Got some catamarans out here doing some fun stuff in the evenings with everybody. So what are some of your guys' favorite things, places to go to unwind? I know our buddy Val loves to go back to Europe with his family, Croatia, especially the beaches in Croatia, and hang out there. But where are some of your guys' favorite spots to go to? I like Hawaii here. I've always enjoyed going to Cape Coral there for the Western Resort. Cape Coral is always a great place to go to. In Austin, I like to sit on my back patio a lot of times with a good cigar and a drink, just sit there and listen to the wind chimes of the birds. I guess it's hard not to hate. I love living in Hawaii. Yeah, exactly. Glad you lived here for a while, Gail. It's a great place to live. Great place to relax. Where are you guys in both places? I know the beach is always a fun place for most people, whether it's there in Florida or South Padre or California. The most important thing I can tell you is it's important to take some time each day, whether it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and probably just be to yourself, be quiet. Colin Burke, you like Yosemite, that's nice, good stuff. Gail says you like to love the North Carolina mountains, also the Florida Keys prior to Irma. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Florida Keys, that's great. North Carolina, what part of that is like the Appalachian Mountains, Gail? We spent some time outside of Charlotte, up in that neck of the woods. Laura Blanc loves Keystone Resort in Colorado, even in summer. It's amazing. Yes, it's great. I know our buddy Joel Markovitz loves Sedona in Arizona. Got a timeshare there that he goes and hangs out with pretty often, which is great. Wherever you can go to unwind. Unwind, leave the computer off, leave the phone off, the better you're going to be long term for you guys. So one of the great things that is things that we love doing is, obviously we are like the hotels.com king and queen. Steph does a really great job of using hotels.com to find that stuff. But if you use hotels.com or Airbnb, you can often find some really great deals on places to relax and chill. And oftentimes it's cheaper than you'll find anywhere else. I think Steph was looking, there's a period within a 4-year period where he'd spend a year out of that time literally in hotels traveling. So yeah, Steph says like Salt Lake City, the mountains is great. It's quiet, peaceful. It's always a great spot. Somewhere where there's palm trees and waves crashing is one of my favorite spots, right on the water. Always a great thing to be doing. Always a great thing to be doing. Don't have to be drinking Mai Tais. Be drinking Crown, okay? 2+ years out of 4 years. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for sharing with that. Yes. That's why when Steph calls hotels.com with a problem, they fix it immediately. So she's able to, if she needs to stay overnight somewhere for a cat rescue, she can. Acapulco, Mexico is nice. That's great, Colin. Yeah, I think it is, Tom. Should I just turn the camera over and have an episode here of the waves crashing? Just take it away. That's what you want to see anyway. You don't want to see my big mullet and all that. Can we transcribe that so well? You know what, guys? I can do something. We will find a way. You know what? I'm going to walk us out there. There we go. Maybe not. I may not be able to move it much for the reception, just doing like it just did. If it does shut out, guys, here with the Wi-Fi, have a great day. Thanks, Scott Hartwell. Everything's going well in Orlando. Sometimes it's just good to sit and enjoy it. But it's one of my favorite times of the day if I'm out traveling somewhere, whether there's a beach nearby, getting up early in the morning, good cup of coffee, just watching the water, walking along the beach, getting your toes dirty, feeling the coldness of the water on your feet. Something about the water just kind of washes away stress, washes away the needs, worries. Often some of our best ideas come when I'm sitting here, relaxing. Best ideas, whether it's for the podcast or for our workshops, for our students, or our masterminds, or for our own deals. Let's turn a little bit this way now so we can get more of the coast. Excuse me?
Sorry.
So if you get the time today and you don't have anything planned, take the time to go ahead and book something in 90 days. Treat it as a gift to yourself for doing hard work and really focusing on your goals and dreams and business goals. So specifically your business goals, whether it's for yourself, not for your job, but for something for yourself. Put it in the calendar, jump on hotels.com, book it. Maybe it's just a night out with your wife on the town and staying at a hotel, a little romance. Maybe it's someplace tropical, someplace with some water, maybe just a getaway. Unfortunately, I have friends that spend more time at the beach than they do anything else, and they wonder why they're not being successful at other things. You know, there's nothing wrong going out and having fun, but you've got to find the right balance. If you're too busy always hanging out, and you're not providing for your family, you're then the biggest draw on your business. It's not the beach, it's yourself for not being able to balance what's important, what needs to be done. So for those of you that just joined us, we are here at the Sheraton Maui, just taking a morning, enjoying the gray overcast skies of the sunrise. It's been a kind of an overcast couple days. Sun's peeked in and out here while we're on vacation. It's nice. Gail says we booked a camping trip with the Scouts for March 2019 to stay in a Leprechaun RV we don't quite own, which is awesome. That's great. That'll be fun, Gail. Just nice to enjoy the beach. Enjoy what you want to accomplish. Sit here and understand that why you work so hard to be able to enjoy moments like this. I know that's one of the things that I love doing. It's like, okay, let's book a trip, book a cruise, book a European vacation, a book vacation, a beach vacation. Place just to get away, have some good food, good drinks, enjoy the quietness of life. Just be with your thoughts. As the waves come crashing in, just let it wash over you. I know that Tony Robbins is a big fan of every morning getting up at his place, sitting on the beach, listening to his meditation music, jumping into his cold 55-degree bath, his cold tub, enjoying the waves. But Laura, if you wanted to see the craggy coastline in Wales, go book it. Find out what it would cost. Make it a goal. If it's going to cost you 10 grand to do that, just turn that into something. Identify a deal or two, or half of a deal, whatever your business model allows for you, and turn that into a productive part of that. Doesn't mean you can't work those days that you're abroad, but take the time to go out and do it. What's 4 days out of 365? Not even 1% of the year. You owe it to yourself for at least 1% of the year. At least 1% of the year. I would say at least a 12th of the year. To enjoy yourself. Try to do something fun every month if you can, guys. That's what you should look forward to. That's what you should try to do. Figure out how it is. Figure out what the flight is. Figure out what the hotel costs are. And add double that number. So it costs you 5 grand, go ahead and budget 10 grand. And then just live it up. Go do it. Trust me, you will never be disappointed in taking vacation. You'll never be disappointed in making those memories for yourself. Some of the best times I've ever had has been when I was traveling. Always been when I travel. I think Facebook keeps track of a lot of the places you go and tag yourself. I think Steph and I have traveled to 275 places together. When we were talking about that last night, I think at dinner was. We've been to Nevis and Antigua, and Barbados, and Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic, Cozumel, St. Kitts, Nevis, just some of our favorite places. I'll never, ever regret taking those times, but I will tell you this, I will regret not taking those trips if I end up having to cancel or something pops up. I would rather take those trips, and in today's world, especially in the nut world, you can take your business on the road. Take your business with you. Spend a couple hours each day working in the morning and the evening just to stay in touch base with your vendors, and go out and do something. Trust me, you owe it to yourself, Laura. Book it. If you're sitting there watching or listening to the No Closer show for the first time, this may be not your most traditional episode on business. It's just more about, hey, do something, find whatever that Mai Tai and Maui is for you. Maybe it's a shepherd's pie in London, or maybe it's a shot of a vodka in the Russian Square. Maybe it's just a glass of iced tea on the beach. Iced coffee and Kona is a favorite. Well, I got a little Kona coffee for you. Cody, I'm not a big fan of iced coffee, but I got some Kona coffee for you this morning. Banana bread from the luau last night. You know what's funny is, I think we all wear stress in our bodies a different way, whether it's our lower back or upper back or neck or whatever. And Steph's been cracking up at me because I've been like popping my neck and cracking my neck just throughout the last couple of days. She's like, "Oh, I heard that. You're everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, totally okay. It's the stress leaving my body." So Gail asked, what are we going to do today? Well, today is Steph's birthday. She turns 29 again for a number again. I'll just put it that. We were going to get up and go see the sunrise this morning at Hakalele, or whatever the volcano's name is. I can't pronounce these Hawaiian names. But now they require reservations. We didn't have reservations. So we drove up the volcano and drove back down. Got back in time to do the show here. Otherwise, we'd be trying to do something live from the volcano. We're going to head over to, we've got reservations tonight at Mama's Fish House, one of the best restaurants in the world tonight. So we're going to go over that neck of the woods a little early, have dinner there, walk around. We picked up some tikis last night at the luau, so we got to swing by and drop those off to ship them home because they're too big to ship in our carry-on luggage or our regular checked luggage anyway. So doing that, hanging out here at the pool, just kind of taking it easy today. It's her birthday. We spent some time in the water yesterday. It's a little colder water here, especially with the sun not being out and being overcast. So we went over and walked down to the shops out at Whalers Ridge. She walked around the west and kind of checked out that hotel, maybe for a future event. Supposed to be seemed to like the Westons and Sheratons where we do events at. So just really taking it easy. For those that have never been to Hawaii, I would highly, definitely recommend coming to Maui. Maui is definitely what you think of in Hawaii. Waikiki Beach is where the touristy side of things in Honolulu is, but I would recommend flying over, taking the 30-minute flight over here to Maui and staying here in Kanapali, the resort area here. It's definitely much more quieter, laid back. Thanks, Gail. We won't do that. We're definitely having our fun. Definitely unwinding. And then ready to kick some ass for the next 3 weeks with some big stuff we're working on. Some of the things that we're working on, just so you guys have a little bit of a clue for those who hung around for a little bit. We've got some stuff, different automated things that come in for tapes. I'm working on some artificial intelligence things with some programming to kind of honestly do some stuff that nobody else is doing in a lot of the note or real estate industry right now. We got that under signed off on that before we left, so our developers are in process of putting some stuff together for that. I mean, imagine going in and responding to a text message and then having deals pop up directly to your phone, into your handheld with a picture of the property and some of the basic numbers and due diligence numbers, basic ROIs, and be able to secure an asset with the touch of your phone. I mean, how cool is that? How cool would that be? Those are some of the things that we're working towards doing here in the next 6 months. By the end of the year, hopefully, being able to bring that to fruition. We're going to be hiring some more marketing staff, kind of revamping that up here over the next 2 months. We're going to be diving in, buying a lot of assets here before the year is out as well. But really kind of focusing on that. Really trying to change the industry for good. A couple of the big events we'll be going to. Actually excited to be heading out to Raleigh, Durham for the Triangle RIA Club meeting here on Tuesday the 15th. And speaking in Raleigh at that investment club on a Tuesday night from, I think, 6:30 to 9 o'clock is the meeting. So I'm excited to be speaking at that investment club. And then after that, I don't know where else I'm going. Like I'm speaking in Houston for a Quest IRA event. The Ridge Club of Houston also asked me to come out and speak there, but we had to reschedule for our event in June, do it at a later date. We're heading up to the Podfest Expo, taking place in Philadelphia, or the Podcast Movement, actually is the name of it, in Philadelphia, the last week of June. So we're excited to be up there. So. Well, guys, gals, I want to say thank you for joining me this morning here on this episode of the No Closer Show podcast. A little bit different. Just want to give you a little bit of taste of what we've been experiencing here on a daily basis. Just really kind of enjoying ourselves, rejuvenating, charging our batteries, adding to the wicks on both ends of our candles so that we can come back and give you even more, bigger and better as 2018 goes through. So I'm going to shut up, let it run here for about another minute or so, and look forward to seeing you all at the top, everybody. Bye. The Quest event, it will be in August in Dallas, Yale, the 2 days after our next mastermind. You'll be in Austin for the fast track June 21st to the 24th, I agree. But the Quest event and the masterminds, that's going to be in August, like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kent. Good morning, Marissa. Good morning, people out there watching. Just taking the time to share a little bit of a Maui morning. Have a great day, everybody. See you all at the top. Bye.